Welcome to Girl Talk. Recently, we've heard numerous accounts of people committing suicide, hurting themselves, and just having really low self-esteems because of the abuse that they get from either people in school, their social networks, or people just really close to them, being made fun of. And we're here to discuss these really important issues. So we want to direct our questions to these beautiful young ladies. So ladies, have you had personal experience or heard of your classmates, friends, people in school, people in church even, getting bullied?
Actually, there's this website called Formspring online, and everybody has a Formspring. Everybody has a Formspring. You can.
Is this on Facebook?
Yeah,
or?
no, it's on the. It's a different website. It's Formspring.
It's like a Twitter, like it's not Twitter,
It's
but it's
kind
like its own thing.
Like it's like you could write in like questions anonymously, and then you answer them or you don't.
Like there's.
But
a
people
specific
like abuse it. Like they don't even like write
they ask,
questions.
like,
They just
really
insult you anonymously.
Yeah, that's happened to me. Like people have.
Still your Formspring.
No, it doesn't affect me. No, but it gives them power because they're anonymous and you don't know what they're saying. Like you don't know who they are, and they say terrible things to people online.
And it just starts so much drama. I don't know why they even post their link on Facebook.
So the person that creates the account creates the questions?
No, that you can ask them questions, and
You don't have to have an
most of the time it's not
account.
questions.
You could just go anonymous. You could have an account or not an account. Still ask a question. It will be anonymous, or you could choose not to be anonymous. But most people, it's like an anonymous. Like ask a question or whatever, say anything, what you feel or whatever about the person, and then the person like could like respond back.
I've had friends who've had.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
I've had friends who've had really like insulting questions, and they've been really distressed about the questions.
Can you give me an example?
Well, the words they aren't very like. It was basically they insulted her appearance and they insulted her sexuality, and her personality, and basically they just went everywhere, like every possible area they could cover. They tried to hit her where it hurts.
Well, this is anonymously.
Yeah.
And sometimes like if you don't answer the questions, maybe people would like start like rumors or gossip that like, oh, she or he, like they just don't want to like answer it on purpose because they don't have a good answer, or like
They're hiding something.
yeah, or they're hiding something.
So why do people even create one?
I mean, they think it's fun, like another social network, but it just causes just problems. Like even like with your friends, like who is that person? Like you try to think of who that person, who would write that about me, who would like it, like just
Suspicious?
Yeah.
Do you girls have one?
Yeah.
I used to have one for like 2 weeks, and then I was like, okay, this is dumb.
Yeah, I only went on for like 3 days, and I forgot my username and password.
I just wanted to try what it was.
But Maria, you said you've had experiences.
See, there's a certain appeal to getting anonymous questions from people. It's the questions I get really silly questions from my friends, and it's just fun to answer them sometimes.
You could get like nice, like just compliments on it.
Yeah, there's
too.
also compliments. That's also
Like anonymous compliments, like someone that you don't talk to will just compliment you on it anonymously, but like like they're not going to come up to you and just say it in person. Like
Okay, so let's come back to the topic. So these things are obviously methods of bullying. You can say whatever you want anonymously, and I mean I find it really interesting only because the person's subjecting themselves to this sort of criticism or bullying rather. What other methods of bullying have you seen from experience or from friends?
like not drastic, but like people just make fun of like someone like raising their hand to ask like a teacher a question, like, oh, the nerd, like stop asking questions, stuff like that. It's not really like, I don't know if you consider that like a bullying, but like I don't know, like silly things like that.
Would you girls consider that bullying?
it kind of is.
Yeah. If it goes too far.
Like some kid is like really like interested like to ask the teacher about like something in science, and everyone was like, oh, like why are you asking? Like who cares? Like
Everyone's expected to just like be careless about like school and everything, and then like you just want to do good.
if you're gonna ask a question, like, oh, why are you asking questions? Who cares? Oh, the nerd, whatever.
Do you think that's hindered people from asking questions before?
Yeah.
Oh,
with me too sometimes, actually. Like, I'd be too lazy to ask a question, or maybe even like in Sunday school or something, like everyone just wants to like get it over with and just like leave. So like you just like ignore your question or
Just
leave
let it
for
go.
there. Yeah, just so that
Because
just
people
go
make a
with the
big deal when
flow.
you ask a question, or they'll make fun of the question. Oh, we just covered that. Like,
It's really sad that that happens in church as well. I mean, it's one thing for it to happen in school, but when you're discouraging each other, even in your own Sunday school class,
to benefit. Yeah.
you're losing the benefit. So what do you think we could do about that?
I think like if you see someone like getting bullied, like you should just stand up for them, or like just
Stand up for yourself.
yeah.
Sometimes we're the bullies.
Sometimes we're the bullies, you said. So maybe if you want to get personal, what is a time that you yourself did the bullying?
Sometimes I bully Eva about being a blonde.
Like, even through jokes.
Yeah. Like you joke
Like,
around
how
with
there's
your
a
friends.
truth behind a joke. So, like, it's like kind of like.
Okay, but when you get that from your friends, do you consider that bullying, or do you
Well,
consider
no,
that
but
joking?
like, some people like behind a joke, they'll really ponder about
It
it.
kind of hits in the same place. Because
It depends on how the person takes it. Like, you could say it as a joke, he'll think that the person is
Yeah.
still like.
Like if I'm not like I don't really like my hair that much, I don't know how it looks, and then someone just like makes a comment about it that I didn't really like, I like you would think about it for the rest of the day, like did it really look that bad, blah blah blah, this and that.
For the rest of the day?
Well, whatever.
There's a girl in my class. Well, I don't know if this is like bullying, but when people say like, "Oh, that's gay" or whatever, like I think she's bi, and like she's like, "Oh, so what's wrong with that? So I'm gay. How is that gay? How is that like when people like use the word gay instead of stupid? Like, I don't know. I think that's also an issue in bullying.
So derogatory terms are also a type of bullying. What other words do we hear all the time? So we hear gay all the time.
Like idiot and like retard.
Like retarded when it's actually like a disease.
it's not like politically correct to call anybody with like a mental disability that.
Well, we're not calling the person that, we're calling each other that.
Like when you're like silly, are you retarded? Like when
Yeah,
you
but
really
it doesn't
think
mean
about
what
it, like
doesn't mean what it used to mean. Oh, and there's the N-word all over the place. Like we've moved past. Like I honestly can't believe that we're still using that word after it was used as a derogatory term during the Civil War, which was like 200 years ago. So we're still using that word, and it doesn't even like mean what it. I don't even know what it means.
they just
anymore.
use it as slang.
It's like buddy, hey friend.
Like you're my
You're my friend.
Okay, why do you think we even resort to those type of words then?
I don't even know.
Like
we're just
instead of
used to
the
it.
N-word, why don't I just say hi friend?
It's not cool anymore.
Yeah.
It's like the part of the slang vocabulary, like the Urban Dictionary.
Or like
The Urban
nobody
Dictionary.
uses that, like, oh, everybody just uses the N-word, let me just like go with the flow. Or like if I say hey friend, like nobody says that, I'll sound weird. Like word.
Well, no.
So it's just about the coolness of it. Like, it's just not a cool thing to be like, hey friend.
I don't know, it's just slang. It's kind of like normal. Like I don't.
Yeah, like I think like we're surrounded by
That's our
it so much that
vocabulary
we're
nowadays.
yeah, like we're just used to it. But like it might hurt someone else's feelings.
Okay, and all these words, whether it be the N-word or gay or retard or anything else, we still say them in church, don't we?
All the time. It's the
Like you're
majority.
more church.
It's the I don't even hear people like all the like I honestly don't hear people at school use the word gay and homosexual and like the derogatory term that starts with the letter F. I haven't heard it used so much in school. And it's not even like, okay, we're Christians, we don't believe that it's homosexuality is correct. But people are still homosexual, and there are people they are gay. And when we say, oh, that thing is so gay, you're such a gay person, you're such a and then they use these words, and then we can still call ourselves like, oh, I'm a Christian, I go to church, but we use them in church, and we use them, we insult people with them.
I hear it a lot. Like, I don't know, like, I feel like I hear it in church a lot more than I do at school.
Every other word.
Yeah. They just, like, we just, like, find a place to just stick it in the sentence. Like,
And when you
it
tell
just
them to
works out.
stop, they overuse it.
Yeah.
Just to annoy you.
So how do you think we can face the issue of bullying? What can we do to overcome it? The people that are facing it now, maybe even some that are watching with us here today, they're going through it in schools. Their friends are bullying them. Even family members might be bullying them. They're not popular. What do you want to tell them? Like, how do they overcome it?
Like, don't pay no mind to it, because if there's, like, a reason why they're bullying, it's probably because they want something, or, like, they want something that you don't have, or like, it's like for an absence of something that they don't have.
Okay, so be confident in who you are.
Yeah.
Don't always believe what you hear. Okay. How else can we overcome it?
I don't know what to say. Prayer, but I don't want to, like, sounds cliche. Like, alright.
Sounds cliche, but do you believe it?
Like, yeah, but I don't. I want to.
It's not like, it's gonna...
I want to actually. I want to give like advice, but I don't know what to say.
Okay, well, prayer is advice. I think that's very helpful. Because if you're going to keep up your strength and not believe the things that are being said to you, you need that confidence and that strength from God, right?
You need to be confident in yourself too.
You
can't take everything that someone says and think that's true about yourself. You have to have some kind of self-esteem too.
You also have to see what you can do to...
You can't be, like, oblivious, sorry. Like, you can't be oblivious to, like, who you are. Like, you know who you are. You can't just take it.
But your foundation is what? Is Christ. And so what you said is not cliche. Prayer is very important.
Yeah.
So prayer. Don't be overly sensitive to what you hear. Don't believe everything that you hear, because you know who you are and you know who Christ made you to be. What else can we do to overcome it?
You can stop yourself from saying things that harm other people.
So you could just stop the cycle in general.
Lead by example.
Lead by example. Okay. So not encouraging your friends when they're making fun of someone. Maybe even telling them, I don't think that's right. Right? Yeah, very good. What else?
Or, like, a message to the person that's bullying, like, put yourself in that position, like, would you want someone to be picking on you? Like, it hurts. Like, he or she could be laughing about it, but, like, when you, like, come to yourself and, like, think about it, like, it actually does hurt, and, like, you get something out of it when it's, like, a joke, or, like, even if it was intended, it's not needed, it's unnecessary.
So the people that you're surrounding yourself with, if everyone's making fun of one person, you're probably going to join in, right? You're going to, and like Maria said, lead by example. Don't surround yourself with those type of people. Choose your friends wisely, which is the recommendation under all circumstances, because your environment is what leads you to bad habits, right? Okay, so we said choosing your friends wisely, to think before you act. That bully, why don't you put yourself in the person's place, the victim's place, right? And understand how they feel. And we said sticking up for yourself. We said don't believe what others are telling you. Have a strong foundation in Christ. Okay. Matthew 18, verse 6 says, "Whoever causes one of these little ones who believe in me to sin, it would be better for him if a millstone were hung around his neck and if he were drowned in the depth of the sea." This is what Christ tells us happens when we bully one another, when we put each other down, when we create a stumbling block for someone else to reach him, because that is what we're doing. We're giving them low self-esteem. They can't seek out Christ that way. They have no self-esteem. We need to encourage one another, especially in our churches. For these things to happen in our churches is a complete disaster. So what needs to happen is complete encouragement, that you want to ask questions in your Sunday school, that you don't want to be a hindrance to someone else. So we hope that you encourage one another, and we hope that you join us next time on Girl Talk. Thank you very much.